We are back. Thank you guys for coming. Another Thursday Giggles. Ate, kaninong? Chrisman!
Chrisman!
Chrisman! He's not here.
Turn invisible again. We might step on you, bro. Come out.
Alright, we will start this show.
With our house rules. So, we have some house rules, so everybody will be aligned on what's going on and what's happening for the show. So, first Thursday Giggles. Thursday Giggles is more than just a comedy show. It's a safe place for you to share funny stories and for comedians to showcase their talent.
Yes, and we're doing this show to inspire the locals that they can also try this art form because they're really funny. It's just they needed like an inspiration. So we are here on stage bombing so we can inspire them because they can do better.
They also look better, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on with the house rules. House rules number 1. Keep our voices down when speaking. You know, especially when a comedian's doing their set, it's hard enough. So might as well just, just lay low if you want to speak with someone.
All right. Second rule. Please avoid heckling our comedians.
Yeah, and if it's really good, if you want to heckle back a really funny one, say it, but just so you know, you will get roasted.
Rule number 3.
Jokes can from clean to obscene, from malinis to pinis, meaning there are all ranges of jokes tonight. So just try to be open.
Keep it open.
Yeah.
Rule number 4. No, number 4. If the joke didn't land on you, just move to the next joke.
Yeah, just move on. You don't need to get really emotionally attached to one idea. Just like how you move on from your ex, you just move on to the next one. All right. Next is easy. Phones on silent. Next one.
Next one is please do not interrupt a set.
Yes. Don't try to poop in front of everyone while a comedian is doing their set. Next is be supportive, meaning lower down your expectations. Keep it on the minimum level, and if you can, get drunk because our jokes are funnier when you are drunk.
All right, and also please stay for the fun. Thursday Giggles is more of a place for laughters and just sharing happiness, And next.
And the last is we listen and we don't judge.
There you go. We listen and we don't judge.
All
That's
right.
the last rule. Thank you.
We are going to introduce you to a lovely lady. She's gonna be our host for tonight.
Hostess of the night.
She is Kat.
Gracias.
Ooh.
Who's performing first?
Ian.
Which one? I think this one. Hello. How you doing, guys? One more? Nice. I know it's still the beginning of the evening. We need to warm you up. I'm not going to be the one to do so, but that will be our first comedian of Thursday Giggles. Before we start, I want to just get to know the audience a little bit, and also maybe our comedians would like to pick on one of you or maybe invite you to the stage. So please be open, be ready to express yourself, add up to things that you find funny. Maybe you want to even come to the stage and give a set spontaneously. That would be very encouraging and cool. And we actually have a couple of comedians who's performing tonight who've done just like that. They were watching it and then felt inspired and literally performed an absolutely amazing set. So, please scream, where are you from? USA, Germany, UK, what else? Philippines, France, what else? Switzerland, nice. Always there, behind, neutral, you know, sitting somewhere whispering. All right, so before we start, I would like to introduce another rule, but it's not for the audience, it's more for our wonderful, gentle comedians. So we decided tonight to limit each set to a certain amount of time, which is 5 minutes. And we'll notify you. We'll notify you that it's coming to an end. Your time is up. Of course, if you're going to be absolutely on fire and no one will be noticing time, of course you are happy to proceed. Of course, we wouldn't like to stop anyone, but just to keep our show under hour and a half, so all of you can stay pumped, stay energetic, and don't want to go to sleep. I hope the Thursday Giggles will make you laugh tonight. All right, please give a round of applause for our first comedian, Mr. Ian.
Oh, this mic's fine.
That's fine. And this one is recording as well.
It's not working. Can't you see it? It's bright.
You see, I need to give it to you.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Take two. Test it. Oh, okay. All right, we got you. All right. Yeah. So yeah, just to follow up on what Ace and King said. Anyone want to get up and do it? If I can do it, if we can do it, you can do it too. And just a bit of a reminder, like comedians, the one thing we don't like is silence. So make some noise, like just whatever, shout out, just shout, you know, cheer, your phone number, whatever it is, just, yeah, whatever floats your boat. And a little bit of a cheat sort of note that I sometimes do. I'm going to read out a phrase, and when I read out the phrase, I want you guys to clap, okay? So the phrase is going to be, but things can get even darker in Chagall, right? That's the phrase, tonight's phrase, because it's sort of, you know, like my material goes a little dark tonight. So we're going to do a practice run. So, but things can get even darker in Chagall. Okay, not bad for the opening act. That's cool. All right, all right. Okay, so just a little bit of observational humour, I suppose. Couple of people from Happiness here. I'm sure you've noticed that Happiness is building a new roof. And I've seriously seen cities in China go up faster than this roof. It's like observing an anthill. It's quite interesting. And I think it's going to be ready for the next typhoon. Like it's going to be finished and bang, and that thing is going to end up in Pacifico. And someone will be able to use the protection. Speaking of protection, and let's face it, we don't do enough of that. I admit that I used to be a drug addict. I was heavily addicted to bath salts, but I'm clean now, so that's pretty cool. All right, it's a smart audience. Fuck, it's windy.
Very good.
Oh, thanks, Kat. Means a lot. So it's been a busy week. I went to see the women's Paralympic wrestling. The place was absolutely crawling with pussy. I can't tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you. It's not going to get any more classy if you're expecting it to. I found out, well, this is more when I was a kid, I found out that the treatment for female melancholia, it's like depression, was the application of a vibrator to female genitals, and at that point I no longer wanted to be an astronaut. So that was very made a big impact on me. I have, as you can see, the legs of a dancer, but I managed to dispose of the rest of her body. Yep. Downstairs, smells a little. Unfortunately, my computer has a virus at the moment, and someone told me it's because I keep my windows open for too long. No one got that one. One person got that one. All right. So I'm the type of person that usually addresses the elephant in the room first when me and my mates have taken acid. It's been a very busy week, right? I decided to call my new hot air balloon double entendre, but unfortunately went over everybody's head, so I'm a bit disappointed there. Okay, all right. I found out recently as well, my girlfriend has severe digestive issues, so she can't absorb several important vital vitamins and minerals. It's very sad, but it means for me a huge saving on supplements by drinking her urine, which I do. Speaking of girlfriends, I decided to name my ex-girlfriend Atoms because she makes everything up. That's a true story. And most of my comedy is organic, overpriced, and pretty hard to get, especially around here. I recently ordered the Balls Out breakfast from Cat and Gun. Anyone been to Cat and Gun? So got the Balls Out breakfast, but the tourist police drove past and said, "Put your pants back on." So, how was I supposed to know that's what it meant? So one of my friends got committed the other week to an institution called marriage. He's already on medication after 1 week. Yep. People that know me know I was raised quite well. The only thing I ever stole was a calendar. I got 12 months. I know. Marked off every month in that stolen calendar. I've done a lot of very busy week this week. I've done a lot of research, and I found that the most dangerous snake in the Philippines lives in the board shorts of the surfing instructors here. Very dangerous snakes. Yep. Hope there's no one's going to kill me later. Whack me over the head with their surfboard. I had a dream a long time ago, and I didn't get assassinated. I guess that's one of the benefits of being white. I told you can't go too far, Philip. So I'm really into philosophy. I like Jung. Actually, I like them very Jung. I recently went to Siargao City from Dapar, got the ferry. Missed the fast one. Got the roll-on, roll-off ferry, but I didn't see any Americans at all, which was quite strange. Yep, because Americans are fat, right? And so I've personally witnessed a lot of dark stuff, a lot of dark pain and suffering on the dark web, and I found that's a good use for cryptocurrency. So finally, and so I've worked out how I want to die as well. Another, like I said, big week. Worked out a lot of problems. Worked out how I want to die. I want to dive into a huge container of coffee. Because I want to leave this planet with that rich coffee aroma in my nostrils, and I'm hoping it will be instant. Bit of a dad joke, isn't it? Yeah. I never really understood the term mixed emotions until I asked a couple of lady boys to attend my men's circle group that I go to. And I really saw them, turn from, anger and disgust to that FOMO, because they're like, a whole bunch of vulnerable men in a circle trying to get over their ex. Mixed emotions. A bit more research this week. According to a study, I found that 95% of women have a pirate fantasy, which I thought was pretty strange. So that's being roughly kidnapped by a pirate king, sailing in the high seas, searching for treasure, being ravaged by a stacked bronze rebel with a frilly buttonless shirt at night. 95%. The other 5% just get very seasick. So there you go. But things can get even darker in Chagall. Yeah, that's your line. It's a great audience. Was there a boo in there? Good. Good. Means we're going far. So yeah, this week, really busy week. Scientists have finally discovered why the male G-spot is in his ass. Unfortunately, they haven't told anyone because they're too busy celebrating. And the study was quite controversial because there are a large number of small furry animals were allegedly harmed. But I'm sure the scientists are putting all those behind them. So, okay. But things can get even darker in Chagall. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I realised this week that my whole life I'd been putting young, pretty girls on pedestals and then tying a noose around their head, kicking out the thing and, forging a lot of suicide notes. And I thought that would qualify me for working for the US government. So I put that in my resume. But my career advisor got cold feet after Anyway. Look, I'm going to skip this joke.
No, you keep going.
Okay, is that all right?
What do you think?
I'll skip that one. Okay, on a brighter note, I got picked up hitchhiking the other day up to Pacifico by a lovely woman with a great sense of humour. She said, like straight off the cuff, she said, "You're really brave. How do you know I'm not a serial killer?" And I said, "Well, what's the chances of having two serial killers in the same car at the same time?" Yeah, I mean, I kind of miss her, not as much as her family, but yeah. But things can get it even darker in Chagall. You're a great audience. I love you. I love you. I love your audience. I love you. So I've just made a list because I like lists. And this is a list of 10 things that a young Filipino girl growing up in Chagall has probably never seen. A salad, I reckon, because hard to find around here. The results of her boyfriend's STD test. Why would you show that? A line of real cocaine. But I suppose if you haven't been to South America, Central America. Uber or Uber Eats. Town planning. A local man with a resume. A Westerner who doesn't drive drunk and like a fucking maniac, me included. Fake tan, why would you need that? Proper drainage, obviously. A permanent roof, an apartment number, and a letterbox. And a shop assistant that doesn't ask for anything smaller. No, I don't have anything smaller. And finally, a cock bigger than mine. Yes, I have the biggest chicken in Chicago. His name is Red Rooster. Finally, last page. But things can get even darker in Chagall. Woo! All right, so this is a little personal. The rest of it was not personal. This is more personal. So my father was a pretty scary guy. He was 6'5" and pretty stacked growing up. And he'd come home drunk and angry 6 days of the week, 6 out of 7 days. Put it this way, he taught me more about compound fractures and compound interest. You know what I mean? And my sister and I would literally hide in our rooms. We'd hope to avoid the confrontation. And my sister was even more afraid of him than me, naturally. And one day he shouted through the door, "I don't care if you're 17, you're not going out with makeup caked over your face and miniskirt." Right? And I think that's one of the meanest things that a father can say to a son. And I still went out that night. And the mini was still chafing and one size too small. But things in Chagall, things can get even darker in Chagall, guys. Yes, they can. Yeah, all right. And a recent study showed that attractive women live an average of 2 years longer than unattractive women. So you guys really need to start looking out. To the other comedians. Thank you all. Thank you.
Want to roast him? Want to roast him, huh?
No.
Do you want to be roasted?
It's good. I'm good.
Thank you.
Wow, Wow, we've got a bit more people. Thank you so much, guys, for joining, for coming. There's lots of seats still available right in front of the stage, so feel free to move a little bit closer to our wonderful comedians. Oh, so hi! Are you performing? No, you're just watching. Okay, cool. How are you doing now? You warmed up or not yet? Huh? Okay, we're getting there. I believe after the next comedian, you will be. I don't know why I'm holding two microphones. It makes me feel more. I don't know. I'm gonna step out from there. So, I don't know how to introduce our next amazing comedian. Let's put it like this. He's so funny and so cool that his ex still follows him on Instagram.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll try next time better. That's why I'm a host, guys. Okay, please welcome Ace.
Yeah! Woo! Thank you, Pat. How are you guys? All good? Yeah, let's start this night. You guys want to sit down or want to stay there? Alright, stay there. In case the show sucks, you can just easily... Alright, let's start this show. Rainy season is almost over, guys. Yeah, right. But doesn't mean girls can get wet. No, you say can get wet. Yeah, who's getting wet this summer? There's a lot of ways to get wet, you know. Just go to the beach, shower. You can get wet. But for the boys, I advise we still bring capotes, you know, raincoats. Abrigos, you know, because you'll never know. There's a lot of STDs in that. STDs, single, trying, and desperate. You know, as a kid, my mom would always tell me, Ace, if you go to the nature and it's nighttime, say this phrase, tabi-tabi po. And if you don't know, tabi-tabi po is like a Filipino culture wherein we talk to duendes, the little people. It's our version of dwarves, yeah, elves. And this has been my first debate with my mom because it's so sweet. Nothing is more sweeter than winning an argument with my mom. By the way, I never win, never had a chance. She's the supreme moral compass of my life. But it's nice to try. Like the elves, I'm always telling my mom, yo, why should I say excuse to these little people? I can't even see them. And dude, if they're magical creatures, why set up a camp in the middle of the road where people walk? You know, it's not my fault I can't see you. That's stupid. It's like getting mad at for sleeping in roads. It's getting mad at cars. Because that's crazy, you know, it's a scam. If I don't say the magic word, tabi-tabi po, I'm gonna get cursed. Come on, dude. Why don't you use that special power to enlarge yourselves, you know? Enlarge your dwarves. Honey, I shrunk the kids, that shit. You know? But, you know, 3 years ago, I had a friend, and there was an albularyo, like a traditional healer, that came to their house because their maids was saying there's elves in their property. And I went in to see how it will go down. And we walk around the property, around their house, to their backyards. And finally, the albularyo said, there are elves living here. But they are the white ones, which is the good ones. But she also mentioned the red ones. The red ones are the ones we should worry about. And in my high-ass mind, what in the holy Power Ranger shit is this? There are colors now? What the fuck is that? But she said, we gotta offer them some special rice offering because that's the only offering they would take. But then, followed by, she asked for money to my friend. And then she even said, "Can you send that through GCash?" But my son still, all right, let's do this. And after a few days, I asked my friend, "Yo, what happened to the offering?" My friend got ghosted by the albularyo, dude. She never replied ever again. And this is why I don't believe in the elves, the tabi-tabi, until one day, one night, I was at Bed and Brew, and I had to like pee at the side of the road. It was really dark. And then the next morning I saw my cock. It was this big. Dude, up to this day, I'm still like trying to find a way how to shrink it back. So if you guys know anyone, I need some help. I need some help. Moving on to the next. All right. I'll drink before this. I think Filipinos should be allowed to say the N word. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Let me present my case. The blacks and the Filipinos were both slaves 300 years ago, so we're almost like same batch. You know, same batch. And, you know, both has a both ingredient to the slavery, because the blacks were transported via boat, and Filipinos were colonized by people on a boat. And there's this thing for Filipinos called Polo y Servicios, which means we have to work for the Spanish government for free. For free. Sounds like slavery to me. But, you know, we've done our work. Filipinos done our work. We've been consistent to the, if there's a ranking for the slavery ranking, we've been, you know, hitting our goals. We're still there, still here. Like today, I bet you one Filipino washed somebody else's ass today. And we are everywhere. We're in hospitals, we're in hotels, call centers, we're caregivers, nurses. Basically, we're the ones holding it together. So the point is, you might want to share, you know, the N-word. Say it. But you know, we might be using it all along. Because when I was a kid, my mom used to call me Boy Negro. Yo! And if you listen to that word, negro, come on, man, that sounds like the N-word. Except at the end, it has like a twist. You know, like a glitch at the end. It's like saying the N-word wrong. Negrong. Negrong. Damn. What is that? And, well, the point is, just let us share the N-word, guys. It's hard to get abs in the island, or in general, not in the island. It's hard because you have to count your calories, you have to, I don't know, hit the gym like it's your second job. But have you guys seen the surfers around the island? God damn. They got six-pack abs all year round. Imagine that. They always drink at SBC. You can see them holding a beer. But they always got that six-pack abs. Because I've been wondering, because I've seen them, how they eat their diet. I've seen them eat rice and pancit canton at the same time. Guys, that is like carbs on carbs, guys. The law of nutrition does not apply for these surfers. It's crazy. So all I'm saying is maybe, not all, but maybe the surfers can get the N pass. You know, same genes. Slave genes. Anyway, moving on to the next. There's a lot of names in the island, guys. A lot of names. You have to memorize each names. And you know, it's hard when someone remembers your name but you forget their name. Like you look stupid. I was calling this guy Kian for the last 3 months, only to find out his real name is Rafi. So he was just getting along. He just went along with it, you know. Every time I see him, yo, Kian, what's up, Ace? And the plot twist is, you know, I discovered he was the guy who gave me the wrong name. Because he thought I was gonna leave soon, so he just gave me wrong name. Come on, Rafi. What else? Is this a safe place, everyone? Safe place? I'm a very judgmental person. And I keep it secretly. You know, I have this voice of like judgment voice, and I couldn't control it. I'm trying my best, you know, to like suppress it. But every time I walk to the Katangan Bridge and I see a guy taking a video like this, God damn, there's a voice in my head saying, "Loser!" or whenever I see people coming into El Lobo, you guys know El Lobo?
Yeah.
Loser! Or whenever I see people coming out of SBC before midnight, all wet with the foam. Loser! All right, moving on. I've been trying no fap recently, guys. No fap. So I wanna stay spiritual, you know. I wanna reach enlightenment. But I'm stuck because I've read that if you don't ejaculate, you're gonna get prostate cancer. So I'm like, this is a fork in the road. It's like enlightenment or prostate cancer. So I don't know. Up to this day, I'm still like, what am I gonna do? Let's just jerk off. All right. Down to my last one. Safe place, guys, right? All right. This is gonna be hard for me, but at least I try. You know what's weird? I've been sniffing stuff, foul stuff, that I think a lot of people would find disgusting. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I've been gathering some foul things from my own body and then sniffing it like a junkie, you know. But I'm trying to hide it. I'm not like proud of it. I'm trying to hide it like a, you know. But tonight I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna lay it all out, you know. Here's my list of things I sniff that no one else should know. All right? First up, just to start the day, you know, I go to the shower, and for my right hand, I do this, the space between your balls and your legs. Yeah, you can like harvest, like hashish there. Give it one sniff like this, and then go with the left one sniff. It's like, more powerful than coffee, guys. And then while you're at it, just try to scratch dead skin cells to your balls. Dude, it's some powerful stuff. You gather those like a sheesh. You sniff it. Bam! You're ready. Ready for the day. Alright, the next one is a classic one. My armpit. You know, I always do this. When you see me like this, I'm trying to like marinate my finger both. And then give it a one sniff. One sniff. Oh, then classic. Armpit, classic. Next one. Of course, farts. Come on, man. Those silent killers, especially the silent killers, you know. You may want to check the demons that you unleash from time to time. So the subtle way is to just do this. But if you want some potent shit, just put it all in, you know. And you have the power within your hand. And you can share it, but you're not gonna get the usual gratitude energy. So might as well just be selfish. Smell it all by yourself, your silent fart. Whew. And and the last one, my favorite. The dirt that you get from your ingrown, from your toes? Dude, I love that shit. God damn. Don't tell anyone. But I get that shit like a gold, dude. It's like a caviar, man. And I look around looking for, fellow junkies who would steal my caviar. But when it's safe, I sniff it like one key. And it's good, but it's not about the smell, guys. It's not about that. Relax, all right? It's about I think it's more of curiosity. If for every good smell in the world, what is the yin to the yang? What's if this is duality, what's the bad smell? I wanna, go in all, because it's the same side of the same coin. So I'm not disgusting, I'm philosophical. My name is Ace, and that's it for me. Good night. Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah. Holy shit. Hey.
Good job.
Wow, wow, wow. How is it now? I want to check the levels. Cool. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Please, all the newcomers, feel free to take a seat in the audience, not to get so crowded there. And I see a lot of people in the darkness. Come out, please. We have 2 benches in front of the stage. Come here if you dare. Thank you. I want to see your beautiful faces. Although it's not so much to see from here, unfortunately. So that's why, if you think why everyone is having very small eyes, it's literally we cannot see anything. So we're trying to protect. And Ace, do you want to know who is next? Who's next? Do you want to know who's next? I don't hear you. Ace, it's yin to your yang. And yang to your yin. Brother King!
Yeah, let's go! Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Katya. The warm introduction. Wow, we're suddenly packed. Thank you guys for coming. Thursday Giggles. It's a place for laughter. My heart is just pumping right now. There's a lot of people tonight, man. Damn. But I'm making again. I'm a Filipino. So I will just try to share some Filipino words because our culture is very beautiful. That some words is hard to. It's not hard, but it's like a combination of words from other languages just to fit on one Filipino word. For example, we're islanders, so we're like the same with Guam, with Hawaii. We have, they have like, Hawaii have aloha, and we have mabuhay. So these are the words, and one of my favorite words is kapwa. When you say kapwa, it means not I, not you, but we. So these are one of the beautiful words that I want to share. And also, I want to share, if you know kantot. Does anybody know what's kantot here? Guys from different country, do you guys understand what's kantot? No? So kantot means having sex. So can you try to say it, guys? Kantot, 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 kantot. Very good, kids. All right, that's for the start. So I have, as a Filipino, I have issues with my dick. Come on. You have issues with me. I have issues with my dick. I'm not gonna say how big it is, but I have issues. So, first issue that I have with my dick is every Filipino's dick was strategically colonized by these Catholic people to make it look like hands behind the back and head out. Basically, this is how a dick look like. All right, so going next about my issues with my dick. What? What's some issues? All right, my next issue with my dick is I don't even trust my dick driving in GL. It doesn't have a helmet. It's not like the European dick that can hide itself like that, you know? It's like European dicks is like, you know, they have a helmet. They look like a cocoon. So, my next issue with my dick is it's not so immune to cold. It disappears. In the morning, especially when there's aircon and Sherelco's not fucking it up, when I pee, I lose it. Like, unlike European dicks, it has its own booty. You know, it's like it's more immune to cold. It's still big. Am I right? I haven't seen a lot, but I watch porn. So that's my only basis. Do anybody here has big dick?
Everyone's humble.
Alright, I know, it's hard to find. I know, it's a medium. That guy? Prove it. Yeah. It's a safe place, come on. Come on. What's your name? Come on. Come here, what's your name? David. You want to prove it? Huh? Come on, what's your name?
Davey,
Where are you from, David?
Australia.
Welcome to the island, David.
Coleman.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 2 weeks.
Alright, I don't really want to do this, I don't want to see it. But since you say you have a medium dick, please prove it now.
It can't talk.
You can't talk. Alright, do you want to say anything to the audience?
Have fun getting home in the rain.
Are you single?
No, I'm not single.
Alright, keep that dick. Alright. On to the next. What's my next issue with my dick? Alright. I have issues with my dick. If you ask a Filipino guy, this I guarantee. If you ask any Filipino guy, what's your first sexual experience, bro? Like, if the guy answered, I got a girl in my high school, you know, it was good one night stand and I did well. No, that guy is lying. That guy's trying to be cool. I'm telling you, a Filipino's dick first touch other than the owner would be, you know who? Not my mama, but it's either the doctor or the priest. Yeah, this guy's been touched. All right. So I have dick issues, right? I always imagine my dick could grow a little bit longer or larger if it was not tied up to his body, you know, growing up. Like a 13-year-old boy on a prison, didn't even do nothing. just when it's getting hard, it's like, so I always have thought it would become a BBC, you know. I was like, I have a potential. I'm 6'1". I'm not pocket-sized Filipino. I could be in BBC, but it turned out to be a BBC of its own. It became a bite-sized brown cup. But for Filipino pride, I would say it's the best brown cock. Anyway, what's our next issue? Anyway, that's what I said. Thank you for listening to my dick. How many minutes was that?
You can see. Second time. Yeah, second time. Fun. Taking too long.
Oh, 7 minutes.
7.
All right, introduce the next one. Thank you, 7 minutes.
Good.
Thank you, that was a good one.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay lang. I have to move my dick.
Let's give it up for Ace and King, our godfathers, our birthday Giggles. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for staying and supporting our wonderful comedians. Next on stage is very beautiful, very attractive, and very funny. Our female comedian,
Good evening, everyone. Yeah. Well, they say third's the charm. This will be my third time standing here in front of you guys. Yes, already. But let me just pull out my notes. I've got it on my iPad as on the cusp of Gen Z and millennial.
Like how you brought the back.
I know. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know when I was gonna go, but I have to. There's so much people, I can't embarrass myself. I can get away with it. All right. Thanks for your patience. Magandang gabi, mayong gabi, good evening, marajaw na gabi, or buenas noches. Yeah, I gotta tell them that I know a little bit. Women's Month. Hey, can I get a woo? Yes, I wasn't planning on coming back, to be honest, but it's important. Women's in men's dominated field. So, yeah, Women's Month celebration. It should be all year, eh? Yeah, I would like for every one of us to celebrate our mothers, grandmothers, mama, lola, uya, abuelas. None of us would be here if it's not without them. Agree? Yeah. Well, I most certainly wouldn't be here without mines. The guts it takes to believe I'm funny enough is proportionate to the amount of traumatizing things them ladies put me through. Study shows that the funniest people has been through the most fuck up stuff. Ian? It's a safe space. We should open open forum sometime. But anyway, wow. Filipinas, we're the Latinas of Asia. Them chinelas and chanchala, they always fly across the room. I always wonder why there's not enough ninja movies coming out of the Philippines. I've learned so much how to duck on shit. Like, man, what a life. But yeah, we love them. We love them Filipinas. I love my mom. I love my abuelas. The sacrifice to raise children on a heavily colonized country. I'm glad that everyone has talked about that recently. Man, I can't imagine doing gentle parenting. My great-grandmother, like, my love, I know you don't want to put on the shoes, but we gotta get going. Them Americans, Spaniards, Japanese, they're here. They're about to come to fucking villages. And You can't do gentle parenting. You can't be like, I hear you, but we gotta put them slippers. You gotta grab them and say, shut the fuck up, we gotta hide. Gotta go to the woods. Them sacrifices has brought us here, this freedom that we have, and I applaud that. Round of applause to all the Filipino women that. Yeah, so you know, I'm proud to be a Filipina. I'm proud to be a woman, and it's amazing that you know we've come a long way. You know, like I want to celebrate everyone here, all the women, the moms, you know, the older sister who has raised their younger children, siblings, and also that came before us, and even that those that didn't, that still had children and grandchildren. Man, I mean, men has to in order to procreate, and I think that's the battle that the women still face today, the equal pleasure. Where was I? Sorry. I lost it. Well, going back to being proud of Filipina, yeah. If women had to come before they can get pregnant, there wouldn't be at least 10 of us here. 13 if we're lucky. Well, again, it really makes me proud to be a Filipina, to see my fellow Filipina conquering, counter-colonizing the white man. I think they're the unsung heroes. We don't give them enough credit. Do you know how tricky it is to fucking be in a relationship with the very own descendants that traumatized your parents? All the traumas that we had to go through, it's because of them. We talked about this, you know, we had to fucking hide in the woods. We had to shut the fuck up to go fucking, you know, survive. But anyway, I also came a long way. You know, I was 17 when I started working on a sports bar as a waitress in the island called Negros Island. So, as a representative, I am Negrense, we call it, not Negros. But yeah, that's a fun fact. Yeah, so Negros Island, if you look at the map, it's shaped as a sock, which the Filipino dick doesn't have. Where was I? Okay. So yeah, I lost the song. So I was in this, you know, I was 17, my first exposure to white people. Except for those that came to my village and brought us shoe boxes with toys in it. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm one of those beneficiaries. Thank you for your service. I enjoy the toys. Hope it came with money, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So anyway, you know, being exposed to backpackers, happily married couple, old white men, slow Scandinavians, or British on a month bender. You name it. It widened my horizon, you know. Slowly and slowly, I was getting whitewashed. One of the best thing that I got out of being whitewashed is I started tanning. So, hey. So, you know, like intentionally sitting under the sun. My mom and my lola, my abuela, could not wrap their head around it. They were like, girl, you have enough money now to buy all these whitening soap and you're staying under the sun? What? And I was like, well, you know, what a way to decolonize the country. You know, I'm blessed with that brown skin. I'm gonna show them off and fuck them fucking conquistadors. Them white people can't get this stand. They have to pay for it. All I have to do is go fucking, you know, drive around my bike and judge people like you do. So yeah, I've come a long way. Anyway, speaking of being whitewashed, I thought I was whitewashed enough to be able to celebrate my own skin because, you know, being under the Spaniards, you have to be light-skinned to be able to be treated well in the society. So everyone hid away from the sun. If you're darker skinned, you're a farmer, you're poor, you're a fisherman, you're poor, you're not to be respected. So I was like, I got it. I'm whitewashed enough. Oh, I'm a proud Filipina enough, either way. Until I went to Dubai, and I was with my ex. There was so much brunches. I don't know if any one of you been. The brunch there is amazing. And then there was one day, we were talking, and he was like, "Which one should we pick? This one has a cheese room." It's like, "Oh, by the way, what type of cheese do you like?" And I was like, "What you mean?" Like, well, there's this brunch called Bubblicious. They have an entire cheese room. You can make your own caricature. Charcuterie, I know what it means. I love calling it caricature because the first time I ever read it was caricature, and I want to keep that Filipina in me. So it's caricature. So anyway, he said, yeah, I mean, there's all types of cheese there. And I was like, well, I like eating cheese in pandesal.
Yo, that's what's up.
And he was like, Eden is not cheese. I was like, well, why the fuck you would ask me for a cheese? Like, I mean, have you seen the cows here in the Philippines? They're brown and skinny, like me. Like, they don't produce enough milk to create cheese production. We have Eden. That's what we have. So he was like, oh, fuck, she's angry. A Latina in Asia. So anyway, ignorance excuses no one. So I took that 7 months of lockdown in Dubai as a learning opportunity. I went to them brunches. I walked in those cheese room. I smelled the smell. Them opposite smell. Took me a while of getting used to, and then eventually now I can make my own caricature. But even then, Eden cheese would always have a place in my heart. Always support locals. #decolonizing. So yeah, again, going back to the makabagong bayani, the Filipino women, and I suppose the men, them Siargao nun surfers with them abs, eh? We're spreading our culture slowly but surely. Birthing to new age Filipino kids, a mixed breed. Pointed nose, light-skinned, raised eating dried fish, and a plain of rice drizzled with a little bit of generational trauma. With a side of flying chinelas here and there, but for tumbang preso. If you guys don't know what tumbang preso is, you should learn. We've come a long way. Thank you. That's it for me tonight. Hey. Who? Hey. Oh.
Giggles. Good job.
Oh yeah. He's got it. What do you else need from me?
Hey. All right. Liz, well done. Thank you so much. Guys, please give it up. Well done, Liz. That's her third time, and her first time was actually that person I told you in the beginning, someone who was vibing with us and during one of the shows and then got inspired enough, or got, I guess, peer pressured more than inspired, came on the stage, did fucking amazing job, and now she's performing like a resident. Well done, Liz. Thank you so much. Good. All right. Next comedian. That's the first time I'm announcing this comedian. I have not met you, my darling friend. On the stage, coming, one and only, Loas. Please give a round of applause. Hey, that's Loas. That's the one who asked for Loas. Wow, even the song matches your mood. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good luck.
What's up, everybody? You hear me all right? You guys like that song? I figured it was fitting for International Women's Month since, most women here have dicks. So I have a lot of jokes. So I, so I have a lot of jokes for the ladies today in memoriam of this special month. But before I make any jokes about the female gender, I'd like to start with where my trauma began. It's a 12-year-old boy in rural redneck Pennsylvania trying to date for the first time by reading a real breakup letter I received in the 7th grade. Real. This is on notes before texting. Lewis, I think I've made a mistake. I thought that you and I would work out, but I was wrong. I'm looking for a hard-ass guy who likes drugs and sex and shit. I'm sorry, but you're not the guy for me. Don't hate me for this. I hope we can still be friends. I'm sorry. Love, Amanda. I was at 12 years old. Yeah. So from a young age, this was the dating life where I grew up. I was also introduced to death early on when I was 12, because kids at my school were hanging themselves in barns. I know, it's dark, but it's true. We had a few Roman Catholic Church problems out there, and ironically now, the same age you can cut off your dick in Pennsylvania. So, try and get him now, Father O'Malley.
Louis, can it be louder?
Is it not picking up? All right. Check. Good? All right, so I've been traveling for a little while now, and I was in Italy last summer. And, people say traveling opens your eyes, but honestly, I think it's just making me more fucked up in the head. I was in Rome with my ex last year, and we visited the Colosseum. And she's like, isn't it crazy people did this to each other? Is it good?
Drop the wire.
Drop the wire? Check. Really?
Can you switch that up? And use it?
Hello. Oh, that's look at that. Ooh. Sexy. All right, here we go. All right, so people say, yeah, traveling opens your eyes, but honestly, I think it's just making me more fucked up in the head. I was in Rome with my ex last year, and we visited the Colosseum, and she's like, isn't it crazy people did this to each other? It's nuts. Now I'm looking up at it like an opportunity, you know? Like, this would solve so many of the world's problems right now. Like, could you imagine putting P. Diddy and Luigi Mangione in there with some fucking tigers? Fucking fill it up with lube? You know? Like, if Luigi Mangione wins, America finally gets free healthcare. P. Diddy wins, you can keep the lube. I've also come across a bit of a phenomenon recently while traveling. I've been in Asia long enough now where all the white people are looking the same, but now I can tell the difference between Asians. So I feel like it's a new good skill I've learned. So there's a lot of crazy shit happening in the US lately. Food inflation's up 30% year over year. Eggs are $9 a dozen. Yet somehow everyone's still fat. But I was thinking the other day, could you all imagine what America would have been like if women wrote the Declaration of Independence? Yeah, let's sit on that just for a quick second, gentlemen. Just think about it. This is how I envision it go. King George, I feel like I made a mistake. I want a hard-ass country that's into drugs and sex and shit. You should already know how I feel without me expressing it to you, though. I hope we can still be friends. Don't hate me. All right. So there's a lot of men trying to identify as female now, but have you seen the line in the bathrooms at Shargow Beach Club at 1 a.m.? I would never want to wait in that line. I mean, that's just a one-liner. So do you all know what the safest country in the world was in 2018 until recently? Any guesses?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you got it, Saudi Arabia. Until recently, you know why that's no longer the case? They allowed women to drive. So I'm recently unemployed, but it's not the first time I've had to get creative for money. Back in college, I found that Amish couples would hire outsiders like me to improve their gene pool. Not a sperm bank, has to be live action. As you can imagine, the population is decreasing and want to avoid the inbreeding. So, yeah, you can get paid pretty good money to impregnate Amish women. But the catch is, the husband has to watch. That means Jebediah is standing in the corner whispering to himself like he's watching a champion stallion. Yeah, some strong English seed right there. And they pay well, no child support, no strings attached. I'm highly considering on going back and just building an army for like 20 years down the line. It's kind of crazy I have the power of that on my balls. I could be like the next Genghis Khan, but Amish style. Yeah. But I've also always wondered, like, what if I did it and then I pulled out at the last second? Like, oops. All right, can I keep going, or?
How do you feel? How do you feel?
How do you feel? Keep going? All right. So I've been really excited about being in the Philippines, learn about the culture. But soon after I came out here 3 months ago, I started noticing some similarities in how the locals speak to me compared to the ladies I talk to on OnlyFans. Do y'all know that behind every OnlyFans girl is a Filipino dude? Yeah, fellas. You're not messaging Mia Khalifa, bro. You're messaging Bong Bong and supporting his next campaign. Speaking of OnlyFans, though, you ever go to your Instagram Explore page and just seen something and think, well, how the hell did that get on there? That's how I feel about this new RILF trend. Not MILF. RILF. Anyone know what that is? No one spoil it from last week. Stands for retards I like to fuck. This is real. And I kid you not, these girls are jacked. Huge tits, huge ass. They're squatting 200 at the gym. Grip is insane. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how it makes me feel though, man. It's almost similar to like when I see a lady boy, you know? Like it'll get hard, but not horny. You know? But is there like a spectrum of consent for this sort of thing? You know, like what's the metric for this to be okay? My meme pages are promoting Daisy Down takes it raw. But I mean, I guess it's no different than going to a zoo. All right, too far. Did you ever go to a coffee shop to work and you open up your laptop and you're like, ooh, fuck, I should probably turn down the brightness? 'Cause I never know the last thing I looked at. I can keep going if, got just a little bit. Wrap it up? All right. Let's see, what should I end with?
Your favorite.
We'll end it here. All right, we'll go. So I don't know if it's the same out here, but in the US, women love to buy like decorative towels and they're super soft, but they absorb zero amount of water. Like none at all. I don't understand it. And like, you know, you ever like come on a girl's belly? Like I'll get the towel and it's like, I go to like wipe it and it's just like I'm making a fucking bad art project. It's like fucking like, you know, just get a towel that cleans shit up. But by the way, shout out to the women who, after you come on their belly, take the initiative and get their own towel because they're strong and independent.
Yes.
And that's my set. Thank you.
Guys, do you see too much? Do you hear too
What's
much
that?
of the white noise or not? Is it like disturbing?
Oh shit. I always do
I
it.
feel like when the music is playing a little bit, it's disappearing. Turn it down. No, you see? And a little bit up. Just a tiny bit. Just a little bit.
Always forget
more.
that.
Just like that. The cables are not so good. So, FYI. Alright. Thank you.
I'm here for a short second. Okay. All right. How is it going now? Please. Hey, thank you so much for staying. You know what? We suck because our 5-minute rule fucking didn't work. Either we were pussies to stop or you were guys too good. I think it's the second one. A little bit of first also. Because all of you are our friends, so I don't know how to look in your eyes after that. Anyway, let's welcome our newcomer, a comedian, Tamina, who is doing it for the very first time. And again, I love that we have another woman on the stage. Good luck.
Hope I don't disappoint.
No.
I'll try. Actually, my set is just under 5 minutes. I don't know about, like, everybody's set is so long, but I guess I'm not the perfect candidate for a set measuring contest with everyone else, right? Oh, okay. Whew. Kat did an amazing job of introducing me, by the way. Hell yeah. Because I actually hate introducing myself. Because whenever I do so, I always end up really confusing the people that actually just want to get to know me, because I always have a script to do so. I say, well, I have to introduce myself to you now, which is actually the irony of this set. My name is Tamina. I'm half German, half Filipina, born and raised in Hong Kong and now living in Siargao. It's a mouthful, isn't it? It's like playing Mad Libs with a random word generator. Or at least when I introduce myself to people, they stare at me like I just played Mad Libs with a random word generator. And I know a lot of you are probably looking to your buddy like, is this bitch gonna just complain the whole time about her oversharing habits? Can't you just leave a little bit of mystery into it? And I would say, I have trust issues. I would love to just reserve a little bit of mystery for myself. I would give my left kidney for it. The problem is when you have a nose narrow enough to tolerate the smell of blue cheese and hips wide enough to bear enough children to operate a rice field, people will not listen to what you have to say until they find out why. It's actually a lot like talking to a guy who really wants to fuck you. You meet a guy at a bar who says he wants to meet new friends until you're 30 minutes into talking about the socioeconomic state of the world, where he just slowly grabs your arm and is like, okay, I can't take this anymore. Where the fuck are you from? Actually, there's some psychological basis to it. It's something called social identity theory. And supposedly when you meet someone new, your brain automatically scars for the immediate visible attributes of a person, like race, age, gender, so that you can roughly understand how you're supposed to behave around them. So in short, it's the brain mechanism that stops you from asking questions like, you have a beard? Do you also have balls? Oh yeah, for sure. I guess it's hard to tell nowadays, right? When I learned this information, everything just clicked. Not that people were trying to make assumptions about me, but that I just looked so goddamn confusing to everyone that I just completely short-circuited their brains. And I can respect the fact that these people are so determined not to say something weird that they just shoehorn that part of the introduction process. But some people don't. Some people just make the assumptions. I have met people from Canada to New Zealand, from rich to poor, left to right. If there's anything I've learned from these experiences, it's that every single perspective is uniquely beautiful, especially if it's a hopeless attempt to guess where I'm from.
the worst instance of this is when I was running errands with my dad one time. He's German, guys, keep up. And the cashiers thought that I was his Chinese-Japanese girlfriend. You know, like the Chinese-Japanese part is new, but I think I was just more surprised at the fact that they thought I was my dad's girlfriend. Even then, when you look like the prefer not to say box at the race section of a job application, you learn not to take these comments, not in stride, but just pretending it never happened in the first place. But my father has skin as white as snow, hair as white as snow, lips as white as snow. You get the point. He was not trained in the ways of handling unsolicited comments. He took that shit in stride and ran with it. He started, when we got home from running errands, he started telling everybody on the block the moment we came home. He was ecstatic. Do you want to know why? He thought that the ladies at the cashier mistook him to be young enough to date me. I remind you, skin is white as snow, hair is white as snow, lips as white as snow. He was a smoker for 30 years. He's withering away. And you know, I'm a girl's girl. I can understand the need for a little bit of delulu. And I know that for men, the frequency of receiving a compliment on your look is equivalent to finding a unicorn. But you cannot really justify that to the poor neighbors who are seemingly interpreting my dad's excitement on that he is excited that people are assuming that he's dating me. My dignity, my entire dignity was on the line. It just hurt my heart that I had to tell him to shut the fuck up and that everybody thinks he's a pervert. Okay, that's my set. Thank you. Okay.
Wow.
Now I know how everybody feels.
Wow, Tamina. Wow, you're awesome, Tamina. Let's see, you know, after the first time you get that excitement, but then it takes a while to step again on the stage. Speaking about my own problems here, so that's why I only qualify for a host at the moment. I hope good enough. All right, I don't actually know who is next. Anyone wants to maybe try out here right now in front of all this beautiful, you? Really? Or two of who? You guys? Oh my God, yay! Wow, that's cool. Give it up, give it up. Are you going to stay there? Or are you going to come? Ah, yes, okay. Okay, I love that intro. That's so far the best intro. Wow. What's your name?
I'm Dan.
Dan, on the stage. Round of applause, please, come on. Want me to stay here to support?
Well, thank you for letting me be the class clown. When I was maybe in grade school, that's the first time I really realized the only thing I'm ever going to go through life being is the class clown. Anyway, I think of the first time one of my early memories. Oh, by the way, comedy is not all funny. Sometimes it's tragic. This could be tragic. But at any rate, the very first time I remember, my dad was an accountant in Chicago. Anybody from the USA know Chicago? No. And Filipinos were working in this office that he was in. And he would bring them down to our little country home. And I remember they would sing and they had beautiful dresses and the women with their jet black hair. I'm like, what, 5 years old, 6 years old? And somewhere there were pictures taken, pictures, not like your phone, just like spit it out. And I would take those pictures afterwards and I would walk the little hills in the town, just looking at them. Anyway, fast forward. I ended up in the Navy, and there's a lot of Filipino ex-Navy guys. You know where they all worked? They all worked in the kitchen, and they would do all the ironing for the officers and all that stuff. You're on a boat for 3 years, you know, and food's important. I got to know those Filipino guys, and people talked about the blacks or whatever. We were always at war with somebody, whatever. And I'm like, if I get big and I lift weights, and I can, you know, win the little wars that you have, well, you better know the Filipino guys because they got the food, and they fed me. They fed me.
4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Anyway, when I got off that boat, I'm a short guy. What are you laughing at? I was 210 pounds of I'll kick your ass. And thank you, Filipino guys. But anyway, fast forward. Why am I here tonight? I don't think anything we do or say anymore is our good effort, our energy, our whatever. I just think it's bored fucking angels that need a body. We're coming down, we got a kitchen pass, and we're gonna use you. And anyway, thank you so much. But I've had an amazing experience here, and I didn't meet Barbie or Ben. I met the original OG from Chicago. And I have the most amazing Red Horse. Today it was like 5 hours, and I'm scared of motorcycles. I've been down a couple of times. But OG, I just hung on, and we went all over, and I'm so grateful. So grateful, and thank you. This is tragic. But I am no longer a comedic virgin, and it took me 20 years to do karaoke. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Thank you, Mexico.
Thank you, Dan. Wow.
Wow, that was incredible. Yo, did you know? How old are you? How old are you, Dan? How old? Can we know, please? 25? 26?
God.
Okay, let's assume he's 40, okay? You can lose your virginity at 40 as well. Yes? Congratulations. All right, we have 2 more incredible comedians left, so please stay here. Open your heart, open your ears, open your eyes for the next amazing Pedro in the house. Very my love. Pedro, please welcome our sunshine, our mother of Journal Club. All right. And just a wonderful person.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Good evening. Another Thursday Giggles. Oh, where are you guys going? I thought I'm gonna start my set.
Measuring it.
What?
I'm doing a measuring contest.
Oh, should I join? I'm not prepared, but I'm game, bro. Okay, how are we doing tonight? Everyone's having fun. I can hear that. I laugh myself that I've been holding my pee for so long. And now it's my set, so I think I'm gonna have it like for more 5 minutes. Like it's okay, I think. Where are we right now? Who are we sitting down? Who are we sitting right now with? Are we sitting with our boyfriend, girlfriend, and or your best friend? Who's sitting down with your best friend tonight? No one? Everyone has a best friend. Come on, guys. Like AC Nicking, you cannot separate them.
Who's my best friend then?
You? Of course, there is sitting down there, of course. So, I'll tell you a tale, a story. It's a toilet story. Between close friends. You know when you have a best friend and you tested time together and you did so many things already. You tested so much time together that toilet is just a normal thing. You know? So, before I continue, I just want to check, are you guys really okay? Maybe someone's also holding their pee right now. We've been laughing so hard, then maybe it's too wet now. Wet is good. Wet is good? Yeah, that's what I mean. I just wanted to reconnect from the first skit. But yeah, so I have this best friend I'm not going to name tonight. And we've been traveling around, and we've been through a lot. We've been to raves, and you know what happened to raves. We've been to festivals, and you know what toilet is in the festival. I don't know how I survived that. So many drugs, probably. And my best friend's there with me. I don't know how I make it, but I always have a picture with me where he take a selfie, and I see myself vomiting in a bowl. Good job, best friends. Thank you for having us in your lives. They're angels, you know. So one day, he wanted to pee, but I was in the toilet, brushing my teeth, and on the way to, you know, do my ritual. I couldn't hold it anymore. So, I told him, just come in, come on, cuz, we're in it. We're one together, no problem, right? So, let me check. So, yeah, my good friend wanted to pee, but he's not sure if it's okay. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? We've been through a lot. You get what I mean? Last night, we were just in SBC, laughing ourselves and talking about the toilet like everyone else here in Siargao. And since I'm inside, he couldn't hold it anymore, of course, and like, just come in, bro. I mentioned loudly that, please, just come in, bro. Then I said, well, if you come in, just close your ears, because I will be dropping the kids to the pool, and you know, kids are really loud. And when you take number 2, you gotta make sure you let it go. And that's me for tonight. Yes! Something very light, you know? It's not a dick story.
Wow, man. Misha. Somehow I feel SBC is secretly sponsoring us. I think every single fucking set mentioned SBC once or twice. Do we have anyone affiliated with SBC here in the audience? Please raise your hands. No. Guys, we should think of sponsorships next time. All right. Guess what's gonna happen? The headliner. The headliner, Misha, the daddy, gonna come to the stage. Yes. Are you ready, headliner? Misha, please take a seat. You guys fasten the seat belts. Let's give a round of applause and a warm welcome to Felix. No, it's...
I'm not a headliner, I'm lost.
Okay, actually they told me to say it. I don't think so.
Okay, anyway.
It's better?
Good evening, everyone. I want to say welcome. I see a couple of new friends.
I'm so glad you guys are standing. At least I get one standing ovation. It's pretty sick. This is Katja. She's my girlfriend. We take care of a house in Malinao, or on the way to Malinao. And we do so with a little Filipino family that helps us around the house as well. And wait, can I get a chair quickly? No, I can't. That's the worst chair I could take in this whole room.
Baby, no, sit down. Come on.
Okay.
It's just because it's Women's Month. No, baby, you always do.
Getting sex later. Anyway, we take care of a villa in Malinao, and we do so with the Filipino family. And the other day, we had a dinner together. They were eating kinilaw, and I had a pizza. And one of the kids came up to me, and while I was drinking a beer, asked if they could have a sip. You know, I was absolutely disgusted. You know, I told this kid how many times you should always pair fish with a white wine. It's so fucked up. I'm at that age now. I'm almost 30. I'm turning 30 mid-year, and thank you, support. And yeah, I'm at the age where I'm starting to think about kids, think about having kids. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. And I was having a chat with a woman the other day, and she told me, you know, children are such a giant waste of time. They're just going to ruin you, and they'll end up being failures. It's like, geez, Mom. Yeah. The fuck? I'm a volunteer comedian, guys. I've made it. I've made it. I don't get paid. I think the reason why my mom doesn't like me so much is because I like to play with my siblings. The other day I was tickling my brother, and my mom was like, "No, Phil, stop. Wait till he's born." How dark is gonna get in Cheryl Luna? Check out. Anyway, I like to see the dynamic of woman to woman. I see a lot of women have issues with their mothers, right? It's not such a thing for men. And the most I could experience this was after a DMT trip. I was with a group of people, and the shaman came and he asked the guy, you know, what was your experience like? And the guy said, bro, I just saw trippy colors and I could smell sounds. And he looked at the woman and he said, what was your experience like? And she said, my mom appeared to me as a snake and ate me whole and shat me out and used that as toothpaste. Something about, I don't know, death, rebirth, dental hygiene. It's pretty fucked up. I don't know. I think I've been with Katja for many years now, and I've seen their relationship bloom between her and her mother. I do think it's the #1 reason why she's addicted to nicotine, however. She's a vapor. She's a vapor, and I always tried to get her to stop. So I've gone the Swedish solution, and I tried to get snus. How do I say it? Snooze. It's all Swedish people giving me, I mean non-Swedish people giving me the answer. It's amazing. Snooze. So I bought a pack of snooze and I gave it to her, and she didn't know how to use it. So I said, you know, you just put it in between your lips and you wait a bit. And after a couple of minutes, she came to me and she was like, Phil, I think something's wrong, it's burning. It's burning. I said, Kat, it's supposed to be that way, but next time just put it in your mouth. Yeah. Okay. Talk about nicotine. Anyone tried crack before? Any crackheads in the crowd? No? I think there's nothing like crackhead motivation. We all need to get a page out of their book. If you think about it, they wake up every day, broke, homeless, still finds crack. They spend, I'm not sure, there was a guy from America, you'd be familiar with this. The people on crack, they spend 70% of the time like this. which means they have 30% of their day to find crack. And they still manage to do so. We need to harness crackhead energy. You add daddy issues, and soon they'll be starting an OnlyFans. It's pretty cool. I'm into supporting local businesses. Big Booty Boracay is the third OnlyFans account I've signed up for while I've been here. Shout out to Boracay. Talking about sex, me and my lady were having intercourse the other evening.
That's how we call it.
Intercourse was in the canine position.
It's not working.
This is how we started. It was like this. I was getting at it. And then she uttered two words that just destroyed my whole universe. She leant back and she came to my ear and she said, "Phil, go deeper." She said, "Go deeper." The problem was I didn't have any pee-pee left. I ran out. I was in a state of shock. Let's flip her around. Put it around. Fucking penetration. I was shook. We got home. She fell asleep. I turned over, incognito mode. Started Googling shit to get over my issues. How to find the G-spot. What's the best penetration for deep positions? What's the average size of the penis? I wasn't sure, I had no clue. Did I have a small one or did she just have a wide vagina? It turns out it's a bit of both. It's a joke, she doesn't have a wide vagina. It's fucked up. Ladies, if you want to make your man happy, this is just a little assistance to you guys. Lady, just do this. This is all I want you to do, please. It's so simple, but it'll mean everything to your man. Just say, just go. That's all we want. Oh, me big man, me strong man. Yeah. That's all we need. That's literally it. Talking about child making, the Middle East is one of the highest reproductive rates on earth, and they started to migrate. And there was one gentleman who tried to get into Poland with a friend, and he was there at the border. It's a true story. He came, he's like, "Come on, Habibi, let's go. They will never shoot us. They will come on, Habibi, hala, let's go, let's go." And he pointed at the policeman and said, "You'll never shoot. I got it on video. You will never shoot. They shot me. They shot me." That's a true story. It's, now that I think of it, it's not funny. But I said it. Anyway, moving on. A human being got shot. It's fucked up. Apparently the best way to stop immigration is to build a giant wall. If I do, I'll need a construction company, and I'll only hire people from the transgender community. Men's strength, women's wages. I remember in the early 2000s when SpongeBob came out, everyone was talking about it's going to make everyone gay. We're all gay. I didn't have SpongeBob, I'm from Africa. I was too busy riding lions. But I could be gay, I just haven't watched enough SpongeBob. All my gay friends are always late. They never take the straight path. Pisses me off so much. Are there any gay people in the room? Yeah. Woo! Yeah, thanks for coming out. I appreciate you. We truly appreciate your existences. This is very stupid. Okay, but I'm gonna say it. But it's very stupid. So back in the early 2010s, the movie Concussion came out with Will Smith, right? And it had something to do with the neural trauma that gets received from physical contact sports. And at the time, I was playing rugby in high school, and there was a group between the mothers, you know, a WhatsApp group. And they all started talking about how they should take their kids out of rugby because they're scared, you know, something's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. So one day my mom came and she sat me down, and she's like, Phil, I need to tell you something. I want to take you out of rugby. I'm scared that you might get brain damage. And I said, Mom, I've been playing rugby for 5 years. I would think I would know if I had any brain damage. Thank you so much for laughing. I appreciate it. That was a stupid joke.
It's fine. It's fine.
I told you. I told you.
It's all right.
Okay. Are we gonna get a bit dark? Let's
They want to
not.
get dark.
Okay. There's a lot of Spanish people on the island. I have a little trick. If you want to become friends with one, you politely go up to one of them and you just say, mucho. It really means a lot to them. It's really an honest feeling. Sorry. Love you don't know, but in 5 years' time, Shagai is going to be known as Little Tel Aviv. Got a lot of shit happening, a lot of stuff. My gym today was crazy. I never seen so many sandals and black shorts in my life. I saw two of the gentlemen, this is a true story. They were talking about the upcoming trans party festival that's happening. I was quite surprised to see how excited they were, you know, considering what happened at the last one. If you think about it, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let me end on a lighter note, right? So, abortions. That's that's it. That's it. That's my time. Thank you very much for listening.
Apparently, yes, we have a little surprise. And the surprise name is Darren. Darren is actually the final set of the Thursday Giggles March edition.
Didn't expect that.
Darren, are you ready to kick everyone ass and show how to do this?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Please welcome Darren. Hey, last one for tonight!
So, this last week.
Maybe it's okay. Just closer.
Yeah, so this last week, my girlfriend came home, no show at the house, and she was like, hey, baby, it's International Women's Day. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, how cool is that? And I was like, yeah, what do you think about that? And she's like, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I was like, why do you think that? She's like, well, it's about women. And I was like, well, look at the state of this apartment. Dishes aren't done, clothes are fucking wrinkled, and there's no food on the fucking table. So start getting prideful and you know. Well, all right. It's like, oh, fuck you, yeah. That's all right. So again, after I got beat up a little bit during that day, after that comment, we were walking down the beach together, and we're just kind of walking down Jack and Horse area, and this girl walks by us, right? And so my girlfriend stops and looks at me and she goes, hey, baby. I said, yeah. She's like, I'm way prettier than that girl, right? And I was like, fucking, yeah, of course you are. Like, what the fuck would I say anything else other than that comment, right? I was like, sure, yes, absolutely. Before I even get a turn, I'm like, yeah, got it, cool. Let's continue on the fucking day before this goes into World War III. So I thought to myself, and I was like, guys don't fucking do that shit, right? Like, I never go to my buddy and be like, yo, dude, you see that guy over there? That tall, fucking jacked-ass motherfucker? Like, I'm way more handsome than that motherfucker, right? Doesn't happen, right? No, right?
Because your buddy would be like, dude, get fucked. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, what guys do normally is we attack their dick size immediately, right? When we know that this guy is better looking than us, we go, that dude has a small fucking dick, guaranteed. Right? So, with that said, talking about small dicks, which has been a thing, I guess, all night long, apparently. Small dicks, big dicks, whatever. So, I used to work in the porn industry, true story. Never an actor, I edited porn, thank you very much. Watched it, yeah. Any questions that you might have? Yes, I jerked off a lot at work. Messy bathroom, whatever. No big deal. So you see all kinds of dicks, and they're mostly pretty big dicks, you know, because it's porn industry, which makes sense. But you gotta remember one thing, it's this one quote I'll leave you with, is that it's not the size of the dick, which is not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean. Get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
Wow, thank you, Darren. Darren, right? Thank you, Darren. It was great. Did you like it?
Yeah, still fucking pumping. I said still heart pumping like crazy for sure.
Hey guys,
I thought
if you don't have your heart
pumping for something,
thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming here tonight.
I thought for sure I wasn't gonna go up. I was like,
Not in SBC,
oh,
not
sorry.
in Lobo or other places tonight. But here at Local Hub, Thursday Giggles, every other Thursday, Siargao Island. Please give a round of applause to all our courageous comedians. You guys awesome. Really, it was absolutely amazing.
Tonight?
Do we take pictures with you?
And comedians, please want to take a picture with all of you in the end. Have a great evening. Enjoy the island. Stay safe. Be happy. Thank you. Of course, Pedro mentioned very nicely. Please drive safe. Wear a helmet.